Hey, what's up guys? How you doing? It's me, Lasty here, and welcome today to a brand new episode of the FC24 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. It is episode number 114. Happy Monday to you. Hope you're all doing well. It is the start of a new week, and today is officially, I think, the first day since all Christmas and New Year where I truly know what day of the week it is. All right, because schedules and stuff have all been off for a while. I know that today's Monday, and that is the first time I've properly known what day it is. Has been for a couple of weeks. Hope you're all doing well. If you enjoyed today's video, do me a small favor and just hit the thumbs up button. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new. Thank you. We're starting off with this. This is the latest grind, is the 84 times 5. Of course, we've got these rather than 83 times 10s. But I am very, very happy that throughout what I would consider is an off-week promo, this FC Versus, I don't think it's as popular as like Winter Wildcards. It's certainly not going to be as long and stuff like that. I think that to have the 83 times 10s, to have like some sort of grind during a time where a promo is not as big, I might be wrong there, but yeah, to have something like that is very good, and it gives us something to log in for at 6 PM every day. We can have that little bit of fun, get that little dopamine hit of opening up 3 of these 84 times 5s, building up that fodder in the club for something. What that something is, well, that's what we need to figure out. So, of course, what we recently got was the Maldini SBC. Base Icon Maldini is now out, and for 30 days, I think it is, you can unlock a 92 Maldini centre-back. The thing about that is that we've been very blessed with our centre-back pack luck. Not only have I got Van Dijk, which I turned red, and he is still the best centre-back on this game for me. I don't really care what stats say or anything. He just is OP. He's crazy good. Van Dijk, and I have Rio Ferdinand in my starting 11, who has got the... is it Anticipate Plus? I'm going to need to find out now, because I know what the Playstyle Plus looks like, but I don't know which one it actually is. It is... Anticipate Plus, significantly improved chances of standing tackle success, and grants the ability to stop the ball directly at their feet when performing a standing tackle. That is probably the best, one of the best defensive playstyle pluses you can have, and I've got that on Rio. I've also got that on Laurent Blanc, who just doesn't feature for me anymore. Was obviously an incredibly popular Icon SBC that came out at the time, and loads of us done the SBC, and it is very common to come up against Blanc and Van Dijk this year, isn't it? But I wonder if with all this fodder that we've all got, and not many amazing SBCs to put it into, whether what they're doing to us is dropping a Maldini SBC and basically being like, well, you can pretty much afford this, it's not too badly priced, about 1.2 mil from scratch, but no one's doing an SBC from scratch, right? You can buy them for 900k on the market, so it's 300,000 coins more worth of fodder than it is on the market, which is a little bit OTT in my opinion. But you can get a Maldini. Now, Maldini is always, a little bit like Van Dijk, has always been considered one of just the best centre-backs on the game. You don't necessarily need to look at his stats or anything. He's Maldini. He's got that icon aura about him. He will be absolutely unbelievable in your squad. So I wonder whether or not this fodder that I've been building up, and that I will continue to build up with my daily 84 times 5s, does that stuff need to start going into Icon Maldini? And do we say goodbye to the likes of Rio Ferdinand and Laurent Blanc, or just keep them in the club for safekeeping, but still go ahead and unlock Maldini? Or do we just need to stay resilient, stay strong, try and keep hold of this fodder that we've got, and then if we get the odd like duplicate untradeable, spend it on something until Team of the Year comes around, and then we'll have loads of fodder to do some sort of big SBC. I don't know. That's basically where we're at right now in thinking about what do we actually do with this fodder. So if you can let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, or what you're planning on doing in your club, because I reckon we're all in a similar position of having quite a bit of stuff, high-rated stuff in the club that we haven't necessarily spent because, well, you know, if you're a little bit like me, you've done Zidane, you've done Eusebio. None of the other winter wildcard icons really look that amazing. So, yeah, let me know. Let me know where you're at. So, what are we up to now? What are we doing? We're sort of opening a few packs here. Not quite sure exactly what from. And I logged in yesterday morning to get my squad battles rewards. I played quite a lot of squad battles this week, but I must have just been playing like one squad and then refreshing. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. Just to play literally the easiest teams possible and not worrying about my overall squad battles rewards. But silver 1 was what we got. So we get 3 little gold packs. We get a little bit of XP as well, which does take me up to the next level, which is good. And that's going to be a player pick, I think. And also probably a couple of thousand coins, but not many. Yeah, so it's just, again, it's just like topping up the club, just fillers for the club. A couple of little packs here. We don't really get anything from it. Unfortunately, we see that Spanish centre mid, and it isn't going to be Alexia Putellas, which is what we really want to see. At one point in time, we're going to see it. Don't you find it mad that we've played this game since it came out? You know, 3-4 months, whatever it is. We've opened so many packs, and I still haven't seen a Putellas or Bonmati or Mbappe or, you know, those big gold cards. We've seen a couple of Van Dijks, a couple of Neymars, loads of Benzemas, Lewandowskis, those high-rated cards, but those more expensive gold cards in Putellas and Mbappe we just haven't seen at all. I wonder if or when that will happen for us on the road to glory. Hopefully during Team of the Year when they're blue. That would be really, really good. But reaching level 22 gets us a 1 of 3 85 plus player pick. 2 of them are 85s, one of them is 87. That's not quite what I'd hoped. I hoped maybe to see my first Fire and Ice player or FC versus player in that. But we don't, so we move into some gameplay. We're 4 and 2 in the weekend league. After being 1 and 2, what should have been 1 and 3, we had an absolutely really rough start, and I literally rage quit my console. I stopped playing for the day. So I then made it up a little bit, you know, on the Friday night at 6 p.m. by playing a few games and getting it up to 4 and 2 from 1 and 2. So we went on a little 3-game win streak, and I stopped there because we had enough footage for the episode. I'm now back into games, and this was Sunday early afternoon, late morning, early afternoon. I know I needed to get all of my games played on Sunday, and that some of them would be split into this episode, some of them will be split into tomorrow's episode, and we'll see how that goes. So game number 1 of the day was a very difficult one. I was 1-0 up, and I conceded 2 incredibly similar goals. I felt really hard done by with a loss in game 1 for the day. I had a 4.0 XG, he had a 1.8, and I lose 2-1. Yeah, I felt hard done by, not going to lie. But anyway, we move on into the next game. There's some cards to come up against here, which I'm probably not going to look forward to playing against. Weirdly enough, this Man City Winter Wildcards, the female card, I think she got 5-star, scored on me in the very first run that they had from kickoff. All right, fair enough. But we equalised fairly quickly and actually turned the game around fairly quickly. On the half an hour mark, Kane sticks one in to make it 2-1 to me. So it's looking fairly likely that maybe we'll get a little victory in the second game of the day. But your classic goal that you concede on FC24 goes in. And at that point, my opponent, I have to say, as much as when I went 2-1 up, I felt like, this is going to be easy. Maybe I overestimated them. Underestimated them would be the correct term there, actually. Because, yeah, actually, I ended up losing 4-2. Out of nowhere, a couple of really good goals happen, like no issues with them whatsoever. And I go from 4 and 2 to 4 and 4. So we're having a real struggle this weekend. Luckily, I had been starting Harry Clark and subbing him off for Cafu. So we got his evolution done. He is now up to a 74 rated, and maybe there'll be another one for him real soon that we can turn him into an absolute beast. So we're now set at a really good like 74 rating with some okay stats. So hopefully if they do one of them big evos where you can go from like a 74 up to an 84 or something, there'll be one of them at some point in the near future that my Harry Clark can fit into. That'd be really cool to get him up to a good old rating and stuff and some really nice stats. Luckily for me, after 2 very tough games and tough losses to start my Sunday off, I was then presented with a nice 2-0 victory. Harry Kane doing what Harry Kane does and scoring loads of goals. He is just so far clear of any other striker I've used on this game, and I don't know why it is. I've actually been taking a bunch of pelters on Twitter. It's quite funny. I've ended up muting the conversation on that tweet because I couldn't hack it any longer. But Eusebio's basically been winding me up. Oh, yeah, by the way, I'll get onto this topic in a minute. I decided to activate Cafu's evolution, and I was going to leave him green, but I decided just on a whim that I was going to turn him red. And that's exactly what I've done. It took me just one game, of course, but instead of having this weird evolutions card design, which I know looked quite good and made him probably even rarer, but I've decided to make him a red Cafu. I didn't think I would do that, actually, but it was just a on-the-spot decision, which I changed my mind. I didn't accidentally do it. I meant to do it. And, yeah, we've turned Cafu red. So we've now got red Cafu next to red Van Dijk. Hopefully that will strike fear into my opponents and get me some extra victories. That'd be nice. It's probably not going to work out this way, I can tell you that, though. So anyway, yeah, I've been taking some pelters on Twitter for basically saying that Eusebio is on fraud watch for me and that he's bang average for me, and I think Harry Kane is clear. Which, if you watch my gameplay, I think it's clear to see that I do better with someone like Harry Kane. But yeah, maybe that is a massive skill issue on my part, that I can get on with a striker that is very sort of like not necessarily too fast, not very skillful, but just knows where the back of the net is, versus someone really technical like Eusebio that I feel should be better in a lot of areas. Like, for me, when I use Eusebio, he's got the same playstyle plus as Kaká and Aubameyang, both of which feel miles quicker than him. I get that Aubameyang probably is quicker than him, but even Kaká feels miles quicker than Eusebio, which is odd. And then John Barnes, who's got technical plus, is just miles clear of Eusebio in terms of dribbling. Now, I thought that might level out, because I think Eusebio's got regular technical, but not technical plus, but then a higher dribbling stat. So I thought maybe he would, you know, dribble really, really well, but nowhere near as good as like John Barnes, which is crazy. And then I don't feel like he pushes past defenders as quick as, or as good as someone like Harry Kane. Now, someone with rapid plus, like Eusebio, I would expect him to be able to burst past defenders like I do with Kaká a lot out on the wing, and I don't get that with Eusebio. Every now and again I get glimpses of him being a great player, but yeah, I don't think I'm utilising him right. So we might drop him a little bit for a couple games and try out my technical plus players, John Barnes, Martinelli, you know, players that I think I'm better with on this game. And then when I bring Eusebio back, I might try him out in a slightly different position. Maybe he needs to go out wide, like where I use Kaká, and utilise cutting inside and hitting Travellas, or, you know, sprinting down the line and hoping that we can see some of his actual pace and stuff. Because as a striker next to Kane, I don't think he gets nearly as much action as what Kane does. There's just something not quite right there. I think I'm using him wrong, because obviously he's a great player, right? I'm better with a big old man mountain like Harry Kane than I am with a skillful god with 4-star, 5-star like Eusebio. There's got to be something wrong there that I'm doing. It's got to be me, right? Because Eusebio he's up there. He's got to be one of the best players on the game. Anyway, so yeah, I've been taking absolute pelters, rightly so, probably on Twitter for that one. So into the next one, Harry Kane scores because he's goated, and then he works his way down the line, and we knock it into. Oh, Eusebio. Oh, yeah, obviously he's going to pass it off because he's bang average and he couldn't score. So we knock it to Zidane, who has ups and downs for me. Zidane has good games, has bad games, but in this time, he manages to get the goal. And I think, well, I'm not exactly sure what the record is right now, but I think we're on 5 or 6 wins. Got to be, right? I think we're on like 6 and 5, 6 and 4, something like that. We're at an average record. It's not going to be a great weekend league, but we'll finish it off tomorrow. I'll get my first set of fire and ice rewards, and we'll carry on the grind with 84 times 5s as well. Let me know if you've got experience of using Eusebio, how I can better myself with him. Where's the ideal position for him? Because I'm struggling as a left striker in a 4-2-2, and I think that maybe he could be utilised better elsewhere. Who knows? But let me know if you know, please. If you've enjoyed the video today, please do me a favour, smash that thumbs up. Subscribe as well to the channel if you're new. Cheers, and follow me on social media. The links are down below, including my Twitch. Like I said, I'm streaming soon. Finally, you're going to be able to watch me rage live whilst playing my games. Have a great day, everyone. I look forward to catching you again tomorrow. I'll see you then. Peace.